First of two mud bogs and a little water, muddy water. Unfortunately, we gotta go right through it. Oh, this stuff stinks. Well, it's race morning. Hellhole 100, here we come. Peace.
Continue on South Carolina 41 South for 3/4 of a mile. Take the next right onto Jericho Horse Trail, then you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.
One of the biggest mistakes beginner ultra runners make is not tying their shoes properly. On their laces, they have them twisted, which eventually, further on in the race, that twist will end up hitting the nerve endings on the top bridge of the foot, which ends up going to make your foot numb and possibly lead to injury. So you got to take your time and tie your shoes right. Trying out these gaiters for the first time from REI. All right. Here we are, Hellhole 100K. It is the 3rd of June, 2023, and getting ready to hit the ultra race schedule for the year big time. It's going to get up to about 89 degrees now today. Forecast changed quite a bit yesterday. The rain is no longer forecast. I'd rather have the rain than the heat. I'm all decked out, starting out with the New Balance Fresh Foam X More V3s. Got about 100 people all together from all the distances. Gonna be fun. Let's do it.
First off, I want to thank the sponsors. Thanks for coming out here. The 10th annual Hellhole 100. It's more like the mild, friendlier version of what is normally Hellhole. Pretty much unheard of for it to be in the 60s at the start and topping out in the 80s. On the course, it is well marked with orange flagging tape at some of the trickier spots and white signs with directional arrows. If you don't see any of these combinations or one or the other, do not turn. Please don't turn. There's a lot of woods out here and you will be lost for days. There's a lot of wild animals out here. Some guys ran into a bobcat last night, made them run like really fast, so we had a great lap time. There are snakes out here, good ones and bad ones. I'll tell you that the last 3 miles of the course is probably shin deep water at low tide. This is a tidal force, so at high tide it gets a little deeper, up to maybe go down the middle of the water or down the center of the trail, because what's on the side is all the snakes that don't like to get wet, which is your copperheads and other things, other bitey snakes. So you're gonna get wet, plow through the center of the trail, and you'll be fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck, everyone.
Here we go!
It's gonna be a bit of a conga line heading out there for a little while.
Hellhole 100K!
If you're in the lead, babe.
Did this the first year we had it, and half of the course, the other side of the road, was knee-deep water.
What?
For like 3-4 miles at a stretch. Yeah, true story. All right, here we go. First lap strategy is get the pacing down, hydrate, and don't kill the left. Here we go. 5 miles down, right on target, hour 10 minutes. I've been hydrating 5 ounces of Perform Sustain with electrolyte from Element every 15 minutes. Got my first bottle down in an hour. Had strawberry applesauce. Next half hour I'll put down a UCAN gel. Feeling good, everything going well. Hey, 10 miles, right on schedule. Trying to bank a little time on this first 16-mile lap while it's relatively cool out. This is the first time the race has ever started with temperatures in the 60s. Usually least high 70s at the start with mid 80% humidity. Humidity is not too bad right now. This afternoon's supposed to get up to mid 80s, so hopefully humidity doesn't get too bad. Hitting a couple sections where there's a nice little sea breeze coming in from the coast. Feeling good. See you at 15 miles. Heading back out on loop number 2. Got one more lap to go. Looking good. Good job. We'll see you at 20 miles. Okay? Peace. Hitting 20 miles. Going over a little bridge. I think with the humidity, my right hamstring isn't firing right, so I can shuffle run about a quarter mile, and that'll tighten up. I'm getting plenty of electrolyte in, pretty much down the speed walking, and then shuffling a little bit. Once I get to the end of this trail, past the aid station in 3 miles, then I'll hit the gravel roads and I can start running again. I think once I get a little bit of pace going, then that'll be better for my leg. Temperatures picked up. I'm sure it's low to mid 80s right now. Humidity's up there too, about the same, 80 to 85%, which isn't good for my hips. Like a sauna in parts on the trail right now. If it was just the heat, I'd be able to deal with it, but humidity is something else. We'll grind it out to the end of this lap and be good to go. Alright, just past 23 miles, hit the aid station, filled up the bottles. Been drinking so much Sustain fluids for calories, decided to fill the bottles up this go round with water, plus my element electrolyte to still get that in. Finally on the gravel road, so I can shuffle run these. My legs are, most of my right foot, that I have a leg drag problem later in races. That's the leg that I was paralyzed with back in the day after my first stroke, and then again from spinal surgery, so from nerve damage. In my longer races, my right foot drags, and then my right leg at times decides not to work, so that's why I wipe out a lot. But now that I'm on the gravel roads, I can try and stretch the miles a little bit, gain some time back. Got 9 miles to go, and this race is over. It's about as warm as it's going to be right now. The New Balance Crush Foam X More Trails definitely are getting a workout. These are definitely going to have a good wash job tomorrow when I get home. Alright, first of 2 mud bugs and a little water, muddy water. Unfortunately, you gotta go right through it. Oh, this stuff stinks. Alright, we're about a third of a mile to go. Get across the state highway right here. Alright, all clear. Turning right at the arrow. Final stretch. Alright. Oh, what a day. The humidity killed me. When you got one lung, bad hips, 50% vision, yeah, life sucks, but you gotta push on. You gotta push yourself through tough things. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody else except yourself, to know that when you get in those tough times in life, you have the grit to push through. I learned that back in 2004 with stage 4 throat cancer. That was the worst of the worst. But hey, even though I was told I was going to die, I didn't give up. I kept pushing 100 yards. Trying not to fall at the end here, where I did the end of the first lap. Alright, there we go. Good job, guys. Boom.